So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox, lights. White.
SOS.
Load it. Check 31. Check.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin.
Left.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for the...
Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Left.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Red. Bravo.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got a man, it's Williams. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Now Gordon on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Set, 390. 52 right here. 154. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 15 now. Carr, throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Monday, down. 185. Switch up, switch up.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, easy. Topper! Kill! Check. 49, check 49. Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Hey. Check 52. Hey, here we go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Black 15. 59. Hey, Delta.
A toss play. Gordon slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Check. Hey, Rocket. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike's 59.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Going deep for Benjamin. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's third down. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Step 180, black 11.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Take 4, take 4.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. On third down, Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yeah, you don't want none. Where's 52?
0.
52's the mic. I got it. Deuce.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 734. Echo.
Now Carr. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. They tried the fade there to the back corner, and Charles, you know very well that can be hard to stay in bounds on that route.
So difficult because you have to start the route to give yourself enough space to actually fade away from the defender and stay in bounds, just as you described. If the defender's able to take away that little bit of cushion, it's often hard to come down inbounds with the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 9-yard
Let's go.
line.
Let's bring it. Let's bring
Ready.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
You got it.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
This is second and 10 at the 9-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jack, green 80. Orange 5-4. 180. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And they will be he's set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shift.
Hey, 79! 79!
Second and 5 now. Rivers, and that'll be incomplete.
Intended for Travis Benjamin. Incomplete.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Carr, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Got white 90. Black 11.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by Casey Hayward. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They're going to run. This is Gordon, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain there of 21 yards. From midfield, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there.
And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr going to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, Taylor going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our...
honey, I dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, yard dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, yard dash. 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 They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash. Honey, yard dash.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? my son, I love him. For him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes.